Hi everyone. I hope everybody is well, and today I'll be taking you through heat engines. So you might be knowing what is heat engine? An engine which converts the chemical energy into mechanical energy, and that is how we commute. So the bike that we start has an heat engine, and the train has an heat engine. Everything is a heat engine. Got it? Okay, heat engine, it can be defined as an engine that converts thermal energy into mechanical work output. Example of heat engines include steam engine, which were used way long before, so many years ago, and these days it's all locomotives, the diesel engine, and the gasoline, the petrol engines, and lot. The heat engines are being classified into two forms, that is external combustion engine and internal combustion engine. So what is the external combustion engine means? It's like the combustion is taking place outside the cylinder or outside the cylinder. There's nothing else called a cylinder, whereas the internal combustion engine is the IC engine in the short form, where the engine is being having a cylinder where the combustion is taking place inside. So external combustion engine working fluid gets energy using boilers by burning fossil fuels or any other fuel. Thus, the working fluid does not come in contact with the combustion product. Steam engine is an example of external combustion engine where the working fluid is steam. So, what it says is the fluid does not come into contact with the combustion product. It is external, totally external. So let's jump into the internal combustion engines. Internal combustion engine, also known as IC engine, as I've told you, combustion takes place within working fluid of the engine. Thus, fluid gets contaminated with the combustion product. What does it mean? Is like the fluid is in the combustion and gets contaminated. So example I would give you, that's like most of the people and every engines these days is IC engine, that's internal combustion engines, and probably they would all be replaced with the batteries and the motor system as early as possible. That's how we contribute for cleaner and greener earth initiatives. Okay, so petrol engine is an example of internal combustion engine where the working fluid is a mixture of air and fuel. So the carburetor, that is one thing that has creates a mixture of air and fuel in the right proportion to have the right amount of acceleration and the power extracted from each and every amount of the fuel. So now further IC engines are classified as two-stroke cycles engine or four-stroke. So these days it's all four-stroke engines. Have you seen that Yamaha RX10, which had two-stroke engines and which polluted a lot because the efficiency is very less. So what does it mean is like, so in two stroke it has two piston strokes over one revolution of each cycle. So for complete one revolution there would be just two strokes, whereas in four stroke engine it has four piston strokes over two revolutions for each cycles. That is like, you will be able to understand once I show you the video. Four stroke engine. In the four stroke engine, I would give you these. We have again have a diesel engine and the petrol engine. The difference is nothing much. In the diesel engine, you have the fuel injector, whereas in the petrol engine, you have the spark plug. Okay, so I'll start with the first thing. This is the intake wall. Intake wall is for the air and fuel mixture or fuel mixture, or it is mostly for fuel. Okay, and then B, you have a wall cover, just to make sure that dust or any other particles does not enter, and it is all internal. And that's why the reason you have a cover. And intake part, C and head. This is called the head. The coolant, obviously it goes to enormous amount of heat. So because whatever you see in the videos, it's like pumping for about 10 seconds. It's like 10 revolutions per about 10 seconds, or one revolution per second. That's what you feel, but it is about so much that we don't even notice that okay it is happening, but it is definitely happening there. Then we have engine block. This is all made up of a cast iron or any kind of material for that matter, just to make sure that the heat is not inside it, trapped inside it. So you have all the things there. And this is the oil pan, just to make sure that friction is reduced to a larger extent. Oil sump, okay. And then you have an exhaust wall spark plug. That's what I told you. Spark plug is being used in petrol engines, whereas fuel injectors are being used in the diesel engines. This is one major difference between the petrol engine and diesel engine. Then you have a piston. This is what moves up and down, and the connecting rod. With the help of this thing, the linear motion is being converted into circular motion. Got this picture? So the linear motion, wait, I will draw it for you. So the linear motion, this is the linear motion. So the piston moves up and down, this thing moves up and down, right? Whereas this thing, if you're having this motion, you cannot run a bicycle or car for that matter. We all need a circular motion. So how is that we convert this linear motion into a circular motion? With the help of a piston and the connecting rod, and the bearings for sure, and the crankshaft. These things we are able to convert this thing into linear into circular. So with us, we are able to do or move, commute. So four stroke. So what are the four stroke? That why is it called four stroke? Because it has four strokes. What are the four strokes? One is an intake stroke. So one take, the fuel gets into it, and the second one is a compression stroke, and third one is an expansion stroke or power stroke. This is the stroke which has a great amount of power because you're burning the fuel at this time. Then you have an exhaust stroke. You're leaving out the gases out. Okay. So I'll just there's a graphical representation of what happens here. The air and fuel mixture. Maybe 1 second. Yeah. The air and fuel mixture in the case of petrol engine enters here inside this chamber, and due to the pressure, the piston goes down. The piston goes down here, and with that thing, the crank rotates. Fine, rotates. Now in this thing, that is the outside wall, the outlet wall is closed. Got that? See, when this operation is being, it is automated. However, this thing works as the engine rotates, starts pumping out, things starts pumps up, and this thing also automates, and simultaneously it opens and closes. There's no other external agent to control this thing. Okay. And then you have, yeah, as it goes down, the piston goes down, and with the inertia it comes up. Okay. This is a compression wall, so it is being, the fuel is here is being compressed. So the intake wall and both outlet wall are being closed here, and it's get compressed here. As it gets compressed due to the high pressure and temperature is created. So now what happens if we are igniting this thing with a spark plug right at the exact place placed, and gives out a spark, burning the fuel and pushing the piston with enormous amount of energy towards down, and that is the reason it is called as power stroke. Even in this stroke, both the valves are closed, and as the spark is given out, the liquid fuel expands into air and pushes the piston with enormous amount of power, and that is the reason it is called as power stroke. Now, this power stroke, after the power stroke, even the crank, as the piston goes out down again, the crank rotates. So you're able to see that the linear motion is being converted into circular motion. Fine. Next, now the outlet wall is opened, and due to the inertia, it comes up, and this is how your exhaust stroke. That is, the gases comes out from your silencer. This makes one complete revolution, and this is called as four stroke. So do not forget to take the link. Sorry, the quiz that is in the description. Okay, I'll play the video for you right there. Okay. You are able to see this. See, this is how it all automates. So the basic components of an IC engine are the piston. This is the piston, and that is the connecting rod, the crankshaft, as I told you. And yeah, see, and the wall is being extended. It gets compressed. It goes out. Intake stroke. Now it gets compressed. So it is getting compressed. A lot of that's the spark plug there, which ignites it, pushes it down, and then the exhaust is being also taken out. This is the fuel delivery system. So how is it? Intake manifold and intake exhaust well. How are these things operated? As I told, there is no external agent. And there's a spark plug and the fuel injector. Fourth stroke, yeah, this is right. So first stroke, the air and fuel mixture gets into the wall. That's the reason the piston goes down, right down. Now the intake stroke is completed. Now it goes up to the inertia. It compresses. Due to this compression, what happens here? There is a lot of amount of energy which ignited by the spark plug, and thus this piston comes down with a great amount of force. This is called the combustion stroke or power stroke. So the exhausted gas which are already burnt, and there are a lot of unburnt gases too, so increasing the efficiency is nothing but completely burning of the fuel, and harnessing complete amount of energy is the efficiency. So this keeps on happening, and the engine starts rotating at enormous amount of speeds that we even don't think. See, this is the RPM scale that I've given here for you. So as it moves on, see the RPMs, it's raising up, it's scaling up. So it's like, see, 83 rotations per second. Can you believe that? So it is so much amount. So well, that's 166 strokes per second. And this is how, yeah, you just saw that before, no? This is how it works inside an engine. So we are not we are completely unaware this is happening, but it is happening continuously and producing the linear momentum into, sorry, the linear force into circular force. And that's how we are able to get the that's how we are able to turn the wheels, and this has helped and enormously in revolutionizing the industries and a lot of other things. So I'll come up with all different types of topics. Thank you, and please do not forget to take the quiz which is being in the description. Please let me know anything in the comments. Thank you.